Hello everybody and welcome back to the chateau. Not particularly great day today. It has been raining, but it is dry enough to do what I need to do. So let's just carry on and get everything sorted ready for this party. I will be getting to this tree and the last of this very shortly, but I need to go and deal with a quick cut and see what I'm dealing with the camping area over the bridge. Let's see if I can start making this abandoned field look like a camping area that people actually want to be in. It's a start. This top can dry out and then we can do another cut when it's dry. There's something looking like a camping area. And there's lots of strimming, lots of cutting back. That actually there, believe it or not, there's some logs there which I put around as a fire pit a very long time ago. They're rotten, so that's all will come out so we can make a little area for the campers to have a fire pit over here and some seating. Strim around the bottom of these, get rid of this lot. It's going to come together quickly, but it does appear to be spitting with rain, which is a pain. It is obviously another day after I finished the cut across on what I call no man's land, the camping area. It just pelted down with rain. That was the day over, but I was glad I got a cut in. And now I've cut the back garden again today. It's beautiful, beautiful weather. It's nice and dry. The back garden that we've done, I've done another cut over no man's land. I've done all sorts of little bits because I haven't been able to make massive amounts of noise. After I've got a cut done, because that's really, really important, we then went up past the cut-off of noise at the weekends. So I had to do things which were quiet, so like weeding the rose bushes, ready to tidy those up and get to the bits pieces, plotting some more plants, washing outdoor cushions, all that sort of thing, and it's all starting to come together now. The sun is out for a little bit. Now I appreciate this is just a small section, and I have done this because I needed to get to these, because these are outdoor plugs and bits for the lighting, which we're going to need for the party, so we can come up and light the house up in the back garden. So that's what bounces some light around, and obviously I've got to check all those lighting circuits, and I can't find it anywhere in France, but these boxes, of course, they are watertight, but ants tend to get in these, especially when they're overgrown. And at the moment, the circuits are tripping out, so I've had to come out this, check all the wiring, and I've got to find some of that sort of jelly-like stuff which goes over the circuit, so then they can't get to it after I've fixed it. And getting back to these lovely pink roses, got quite a bit to do, however. And now, let's just see what this is all looking like. It's starting to come together. It's starting to come together. And I've got some help next week to log this sort of stuff up. So after I've got the wood chips away next week, or tomorrow even, I can start. So it's starting to come together, isn't it? I do need the strimmer out though, which is also broken. Oh, hello. Hello. What are you? Sharks. Oh, there, look at it go. It's off. It's a shark. Now, tell me, wonderful people, this is starting to come together a little bit, and that's going to get chopped up and then split. But we're starting to come together over here now, aren't we? It's getting a little bit more like it. Now, here's my question for you all. That used to be a fire pit and seating area, which is now rotten logged, so that's got to come out so I can clear around the bottom of this tree, and that tree over there, because everything's got to be a bit neater over here. But do I let that space open so I can park some cars there, or another camper or some tents or something, or do I make that again into a feature, or do I let people sort of move that around and bring that metal fire pit over? That is a good question, and I'd love to hear your suggestions, because I have not thought through over here properly. However, life here, even with a big thing coming up, cannot just be, well, it's not life here, life everywhere. Life cannot simply be work. He says, I'm gonna have to go to a bar. However, I'm going to the bar because it's mine and I've got to do some work. But it's a beautiful day, so I am going to cycle there. Sort of. You may or may not remember, I was given a little electric cargo bike to test out by a company, and it was fantastic. I actually lent it to a friend of mine for a bit who has a little bit of a transport issue at the moment, and he's actually done 2,000 kilometres running around in it, so it's doing really well. I happened to mention this in a comment when someone asked where the bike was, and then a company got in touch and went, well, if you've lent your bike out to somebody else, why don't you try one of ours, and it's a bit different. And here it is. So, I'm not going to go into it, I'm not going to go into what it does, I'm not going to go into any of those things, because I just want to actually go and see if it'll happily take me to the bar and back. It's 9 kilometres each way, without being more hassle than taking the car. So, I'm going to do that and see some lovely French countryside. And we're off. It's doing alright, this. See, sometimes this is why cycling is wonderful. You find a little cut through and it's just stunning. Feeling part of the countryside that you're cycling through is so much different to when you're in a car. That's what I've always liked. Bikes and motorbikes. What? Because I only had to go to the bar quickly to grab some paperwork. It only took me 6 minutes less than taking the car. So that's not too bad. And I got a bit of exercise along the way. This is all right, this thing. Big chunky tyres, very comfortable, all suspension. There's a front light on it, which is very helpful. It's got a little horn, which I find not, well, funny. Decent dash and twist throttle. So it's much more like a motorbike, which is obviously more what I'm used to. And do you know what? This will be fantastic because I will enjoy the forest and the trails on this with the dog. So, thank you very much, Crusher, for the bike. And I think there is a link in the description below. And this will, well, it'll be interesting to see if this can do 2,000 kilometres like the other one has so far, because yeah, it'll be interesting to see. And this I think will be a bit more of me. I'm very lucky to have been invited to a barbecue from my friends that are over from the UK to do some work on their renovation project over here, Simon and Becca. So I'm going to take the opportunity now and go and enjoy an evening. So tomorrow, which will be Monday, I'll be back to work having had a relaxing weekend. I can't wait to see everyone tomorrow. I really cannot wait to see what Becca and Simon have been up to at their project. I haven't seen it yet. I've only seen it in videos and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that. So I hope everyone is having a fantastic weekend. Although it won't be the weekend by the time you watch this, because I generally film a day or two behind. Anyway, you know what I mean. I hope everyone's having a lovely time. Be well, and I cannot wait to get on with the big work again once the week starts. See you next time. Bye now.